of trouble. He does not try to deceive us. He does not try to dupe us. He did not try to delude us. Job gives this to us straight. Job said, if you're born, you're going to have some troubles. Oh, somebody better talk to me. He gives us straight. He says that, come on now. In other words, he said, since you're going to have some problems, you're going to have some troubles, get with the program. Get ready for your trouble. Stop acting like trouble is an exception opposed to the rule. Exception is smiling time. Exception is happy days. Exception, brothers and sisters, is when everything going well in your life. But know what happened behind every dark cloud? We got to understand behind every dark cloud there's a silver line. Look what Jesus says here. Look what Jesus said here, because the Bible talks about people whose lives are full of traumatic days. If you're going to live in this world, you better believe it, you're going to have some trouble. Did y'all hear that? You have to know what's going on so you can adapt your attitude for the moment. Because your perception can poison your purpose. You're going to have some trouble. But while we are evaluating what's going on, we need to be focusing on why it is going on. See, everybody said, well, what's going on with my life? What's going on? Instead of you investigating or trying to evaluate what's going on, you ought to be trying to find out why it's going on. Why am I having my troubles? Why am I sick? Why am I having my burdens? Why is this going on? Not what's going on, but why it's happening. It's happening because God allows it to happen, because you're going to have some trouble, Jesus says, in your life. Think we need to look at. Are y'all interested in this? Because some people think that they exempt from trouble because you're on the Lord's side. Huh? Some people come to church and they tell you right now, tomorrow, oh, you're going through all the trouble, you ought to go to church. But going to church don't stop you from going through trouble. That's when the mess starts. Somebody better talk to me. That's when the trouble starts, when you come in here praising God. Because if the devil have you out there, he don't need to worship. Look, he don't need to mess with you because he already have you. But when you turn your back on it and say, I'm going to church, that's when the hell starts. Come on now. I wish somebody that know what I'm talking about up in here. I better take off these glasses. I can't see when I'm on. Huh? You're going to have some trouble. But brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. I wonder why I'm going through it. Why I'm going through it. Why I'm going through it. I wonder what's going on with me. But brothers and sisters, you got to understand, is that because sometimes, look, we put too much on the devil when it's God that allows some stuff to go on. Y'all better hear me. See, every time something happen down with oh, devil, that old devil, it might not be the devil. It might be God trying to get you to another level in your life. And the only way he will get you there, he got to bring you through some stuff. The only way you can get to the promised land, you got to go through the wilderness. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? The only way you're going to get to the top, you got to go through some stuff at the bottom. We shall take notes today. We shall understand that, because every now and then, and you know what I told them this morning, I preached this sermon in Mother Church. You don't have to put no burden on nobody else. Yours coming your way, and then, because know what happened? Watch this here now. Whatever you make happen in somebody else's life, whether it's good or bad, God will make the same thing happen in your life. Because the Bible said, "Be not deceived. Whatever man sow, that shall." Oh, somebody better talk to me. Whatever you ish out, that's what's coming back to you. If you lie on somebody, somebody's going to lie on you. If you backstab somebody, somebody's going to backstab you. Because whatever goes around, bingo. Still them telephones talking about folks. God said, why you doing it to somebody else? Somebody gonna do it to you. Somebody better talk to them, because that's God's inescapable principle. Whatever you do to somebody else, God said, I'm going to make the same thing happen to you. Well, what scripture you got? In the 7th chapter, Matthew chapter 7 and verse 3, the Bible says, well, what measure you meet, it shall be measured back to you. So whatever you throw out, that's what will come back to you. That's some troubles. You gonna have some trouble, so get with the program. Stop worrying about it when you get in trouble like this the first time. I haven't told you this. So when trouble comes now, I say, well, I've been waiting on you. Come on now, somebody better talk to me. I said, when trouble comes, it doesn't excite me, because I've been waiting on it, because Jesus already told me in this world I'm gonna have it. People come to my office all the time, but Pastor, you don't understand what I'm going through. I said, good, you're going through it and not staying in it, so you ought to be happy. You ought to be talking about that. Come on now. Look what you're going through. That's why you're going through it. Lord. Now if you say, look what I'm staying in, no habit, you ain't going to stand it, because trouble don't last always. How weeping men do it for a night. Somebody better tell me, but you're all, somebody, you might be crying right now, but God said tomorrow you're going to be smiling. So you might be down today, but tomorrow you're going to be looking up. If you just hold on to God, He's going to bring you through some stuff and take you through some stuff that you'll never be able to. When you look back, say, too many dangers. Living with dangerous expectations, because we need to look at this. Are y'all interested? Jesus said in this world, first of all, he starts out 3 things I'm going to give you today. And after I give them to you, I want you to understand. Tranquility. Number 1. Look what he says in that verse. First point I'm giving you is right here in the text. Watch this in. He said, I have told you these things. What things he done told us? He done told you that you're going to have some trouble. And Jesus said, I done told it to you. Because he says in Matthew 16 and 24, he said, if any man come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross. You know what cross means? Cross is suffering. You're going to have to suffer. The Bible said, all that shall live godly in Christ Jesus, 2 Timothy 3 and 12, shall suffer persecution. Huh? But you don't have it. No, don't worry about going through it, because Romans 8 and 18 say the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in you. That means every time you go through it, that means that God got something greater for you on the other side if you hold on until the end. Somebody better, in other words, when you're going through it, don't worry about nothing. Don't look at what you're in. Look look at the ending of the thing. Because I might be crying right now, but when I get to the inside, I'm gonna be jumping up and praising God. I might have sorrow in my heart over here, but when I get to the other side, I got joy in my heart. Somebody better talk to me now. Look at somebody and say, I may not get there with you, but no heaven, we gonna get there together. He said, I done told y'all, right here. He said, I done told you these things. Watch what he says. He says, so that in me you may have peace. What you gonna have? Peace. You know what peace is? Peace is something like a tranquilizing drug. Anybody ever been tranquilized? Huh? That means, sometimes, have you ever watched Wild Kingdoms? Wild Kingdoms. Wild Kingdoms. When they get ready to capture a wild animal, You know that lions and everything, and just to test them and see and do some and do some investigation on that lion, so they can't go out and catch him, because a lion is so strong that he would break a man up in the blinking of an eye. So what they do is they get a gun they call a tranquilizing gun. So when they go out and look for the lion, once they shoot that lion with that tranquilizer, look, in the next 3 minutes you'll find that lion going to sleep. And when he go to sleep, look, know what happened? He are in the dark to all the dangers around him.